He was Hollywood royalty in the truest sense of the phrase. Golden, gifted, and carrying a screen presence that made even the most seasoned directors lean forward in their chairs. Robert Redford spent decades as one of the most admired men in American cinema. But behind that iconic image, behind the blue eyes and the effortless charm, Robert Redford has lived a private life
trying to put something back into an industry that's been good to
the full weight of them,
and of course Sundance is a manifestation.
Difficult to absorb. Robert Redford was born on August 18, 1936, in Santa Monica, California. His early life offered little indication of what was coming. He was a troubled student, lost a baseball scholarship due to drinking, and drifted through Europe before finding his way to acting almost accidentally. What followed was one of the most extraordinary careers in Hollywood history. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The Sting. All the President's Men. Ordinary People, which earned him the Academy Award for Best Director in 1981. The Natural. Out of Africa. Decades of work that built a legacy essentially without parallel in his generation. But grief found Robert Redford early and never fully loosened its grip. His first son, Scott Anthony Redford, died of sudden infant death syndrome in 1959. He was just 2.5 months old. It was a loss that Robert has spoken about only in the most careful and private terms, a wound that those closest to him say never truly healed regardless of everything that came after. His first marriage to Lola Van Wagenen lasted 27 years before ending in divorce in 1985. They had 4 children together, and by every account the dissolution of that marriage carried a pain that his public composure never fully reflected. Then in 2001 his son James Redford, a filmmaker and passionate environmental advocate, was diagnosed with a liver disease that would define the final chapter of his life. James fought with remarkable courage and grace for nearly 2 decades before passing away in October 2020 at the age of 58. Robert Redford lost his son during a global pandemic, unable to gather and grieve in the ways that human beings need. Those who know him described the loss as devastating in a way that went beyond words. He has been married to German painter Sibylle Sagers since 2009, a relationship that by all accounts brought genuine peace and companionship to a man who had known more than his share of loss. He has spoken about his later years with a reflective honesty that his earlier, more guarded public persona rarely permitted. Today Robert Redford is 88 years old, largely retired from acting, and living quietly in Utah near the Sundance Institute he founded in 1981, perhaps his most enduring and meaningful legacy. The tragic truth about Robert Redford is not a single moment. It is the accumulation of losses carried quietly beneath one of the most celebrated lives in American cultural history. And the fact that he kept creating, kept showing up, and kept giving through all of it makes his story not just tragic but genuinely remarkable.